Hello, good morning, everybody. It is about 6:20. No, I don't know what time it is. It's early. I have to go to work, but I want to make a video before I go, and I don't know if I'll get it uploaded. But I spoke about a video I watched that was 10 minutes, and I said I was going to look her up. She does 10-minute makes. It's Corey Dahman, and I've watched her before. I don't know why her name was out of my head, but she's doing hashtag JJ 10-minute makes. And she was using scraps. She says she makes these little booklets just to have on hand to use in her journals in place of like a tag or a card, journaling card. So when I thought, well, I'm going to do that really quick for just a little short video, I thought, well, you know what? I used to make those and I have stacks. Okay, so these are scraps where I've sewn and I've just put odd pieces of paper in. And I've got beads for the spine. So I've got, I don't even know how many I have made ahead because I was always going to do an Etsy shop and I don't know. I don't like that they charge so much for fees. See this, the most beautiful thing. This is an artist from Australia and her name's out of my head right now. I can't think of it, but I love her work, watercolors. So I've just got tons of them made ahead. Beads, and I just sat and I think I made 30 one day. Not in a day, but I cut the pages and then, you go back through and you add the beads. And so there's one little stack. Where can I put it? And then there's this size, and they've all got this on them. I've done all this. They're just on my shelves. So this is kind of what she did, but hers were totally plain, but scrapbook covers. So these are already embellished, and they're just laying here. This one's plain. This is plain as can be, but look how cute it is. Isn't it just cute? They all have different, this one's got buttons and this. And, that's a hidden paper clip. And so then we've got, I keep thinking, okay, maybe I'll do a craft show. And now that's what I'm going to do that's the plan with these, so that people don't have to buy, like a journal. I've got a whole bunch of them already packaged up. Like this. This is a vintage wire basket that I got at a flea market. These are all done. Am I crazy or what? Look at this one with the brain. Isn't that cool? They're all embellished. Look at all the beading and stuff on these. These are all completed. Here's some littler ones. I mean, I bet I have 100. Well, Mitzi's got a lot too, but just of these little ones that are, I was in my head, I was going, I need to do something that's affordable. Look at it, says Loyal, and it's got a different colored spine. On most of them, that's what I did. I went through and put a different colored spine and beads. And so this is kind of where my head is, but in a different size, but plain. Which I have on hand, which I don't need one more thing on hand. This is crazy because look at this. This is just ridiculous. There's one that I made a pocket for it. Who was that? There's several of these in here. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm going to give her credit, Corey Dahman, for the using scraps, which I already did, but I spoke about her, so I want to give her name. She's got a lot of 10-minute makes, so I thought I would do it with these. So I just need to, well, I don't know where my thing is, my, what you call it? You know what I mean, that thing. So, score tool. I think it's on the floor. I had to have a mess here because I'm making a light box on a cabinet. So see, wouldn't these be cute? And then she just took, well, I'm going to do it with scraps too, but then she just took coffee dyed paper. And, this has a lovely feel to it. like this. And, oh, it smells so good. And, you know, you could do sheet music or whatever. I'll just do a plain one here for now. Let's just do that. This one got a crinkle. A crinkle. I didn't iron these. I've been doing some every day. I have so much. I'm going to fold this. I should get my cutter out and just cut a whole bunch, but I want to see how I want to do this. And yes, I know I could save paper if I go like this. Let's see, how's that? I just sometimes like to show how you can do things without the fancy tools. And if you're a junk journaler, like an avid junk jeweler, I said junk journaler, you know how to switch it up with your tools. So my grandson's girlfriend has never cleaned before. My clients pay me good money. I didn't go up in price like a lot of people have done. And I don't care if they're actually very perfect on the edges, my journals. I'm into the, I'm rustic. Is that what we're going to call it? So there's 2. So I'm training her. So to train, I will do room by room with her. She's going to be a senior. She's very busy, honor roll, very busy with FFA. This summer she did cattle judging. And my grandson went along and did it. He says, it's humiliating. Well, she took a class on it for ag. And I said, it's just for fun. You're just, go with her. Go do it. So he was part of the FFA team, and they went and did county fairs. He got I think he got a 2nd place, but as a team. They do it as a team, cattle judging. They're done for the year. And I said, you just learn as you go. Do you want to raise cattle when you grow up? And he says, no. And I said, well, then just do right by your school and try to learn and be a team player, because a lot of kids won't do things like this in the summer. And she's very dedicated. I think she's a state officer. I'm not sure. She works about 3 jobs, but they're all like, one, she walks the dogs. She gets paid, I think, $25 an hour. She's done it for the same lady for a long time. So she walks the dogs a couple days a week. And so it's just a little quick thing. And then she busses tables. I think she started waitressing. Now she has her machine right at her table, which I don't. Mine's in the closet. And I could set it up. I have room. I have a L-shaped desk, but it has no room right now. And she just stitched down, but you could staple. How many pages do I have? Not very many, but you have to keep in mind that you're going to be popping them. If the plan is to pop them in a journal, you don't want them to be too fat. So what have we got? 1, 2, 4, 5. 5 is good. Let's just do it. Actually, I should ink this up. Really, I could put my lap desk on my lap. Obviously, lap desk on my lap. Well, how smart is that, Linda? You're so smart. Watch TV, binge on my new Hottie McHottie pants from Australia, and watch him freak out at the Swiss Alps. That's what I watched this morning. I woke up and I watched what came up. I watched whatever comes up. And it was him in Switzerland eating the best chocolate in the world, is what it was called. But he was down between 2 mountains, and there were, I don't know how many waterfalls around him. So he wanted to go get underneath one. Well, he's terrified of heights. The one in China, he had to go in an elevator, and it was all glass and everything. He was just freaking out. I don't know if this is going to reach. This is my new stapler. Nope. Maybe I can do, I haven't explored what this, oops, let's say it doesn't do that. Okay, never mind. So I guess I'm going to be doing some stitching, which I don't mind doing. I got to get some thread. Stitch me back up. He freaked out going to the top of the up the mountain to get to the waterfall. Couldn't do it. I'm just going to use crochet thread because it's right here. And it's kind of funny because here's this guy all tattooed, 6'4", 200 pounds or whatever he weighs. Very buff. Been in prison for 13 years, in and out, from juvenile home to prison. And he can't get himself to go up to the mountain and look out the windows at hotels. And he goes, you don't understand how terrifying heights is. I have a son that's kind of that way. My oldest, he doesn't. Believe it or not, my eyes have not changed. He said we could tweak them a little. But he said it's up to you if you want to get a new prescription or just a new pair of glasses. I took my prescription with me. He said they really haven't changed at all. And he said, see how I switch subjects? My friends drive me nuts. What are you talking about? I said, I switched gears. Keep up. Why won't this go in? It's the biggest eye in the world. He said, I thought when I looked at you when you walked in, my eye doctor clinic closed, so I had to go to a new one. He said, I thought you were in your 50s, and I'm 70. I said, no, I'm 70. Because I would have never guessed that. I'm like, come on. Here's what I think when people say stuff like that. I'm like, okay, it's okay to say, oh, I thought you were in your late 60s or mid 60s. Now, that would make sense. But to come out and say, oh, you look like you're in your 50s. No, I am not 20 years younger than I am. That's just, you're just blowing smoke up my butt head. It's baloney. I'm still going to get my eye exam. You're still going to get your money. Well, I have insurance, but everything's going to be cool. We're all getting paid. You don't have to say things like that. Because you can look at people and tell that they're aging. Their eyelids get droopy. You know, like I see my eyelids getting droopier. I see my, around my mouth, my lips, and I don't smoke or anything. I don't have those kind of gross lines. But, your mouth, you get lines around your mouth. And your neck, my neck is getting wobbly. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Turkey neck. There's just, I don't want to catch that thread. There, we did it. So I'm like, oh, are you full of it or what? I used to actually clean his house for about 2.5 years. 2.5 years. I cleaned his house with a crew before I quit and went on my own. So basically, this is what she did. She just sets and makes a stack. She was having surgery, and she couldn't drink. It was something on her Achilles tendon or something. She couldn't drink, so she was trying to distract herself because she wanted coffee. We all know that feeling when all you can have is a drink of water before you go through your blood work for the year. Now these cards, I thrifted them. I know I thrifted them. They have a lower part and a raised part. They're like maybe, like a gift note-y thing. But I think it'd be cute to cut a little thing on the inside. Or even put a portrait. Oh, I could put a portrait. That would be cute too. I've got plenty of that. So let's do that. Had fun babysitting my granddaughter yesterday. When I got there, it was really cool. And she was up and she'd had breakfast. And so we hung out a little bit. And I watched her do her walking. She holds on to things and walks, like a stroller or shopping cart, little kids shopping cart, those kind of things. And then I said, you want to go outside and look for eggs? Well, she didn't answer because she's baby. But out we went. I think she's 10 months old. I think she is. So we found one egg, but I don't know where they lay because my son said he found one the other day out by my granddaughter's. They had a green bin, and he sold it and got it out of there because they don't farm. It just was on the acreage. And he left the concrete there. They're huge, those concrete circles. And she got a basketball hoop for Christmas. and he had that installed. So he said, I found an egg out by the, we could even decorate it. Out by the, see how I stutter because I got my mind going 90 ways. We found it out by the, how about if I, here a piece of paper. So we found one egg in a nesting box. And there's nesting boxes in where their goats are because they all kind of hang out together even though they have a chicken house. And the goats have like half of the 4 acres is their pasture. They just kind of roam. They have a lovely acreage. They just put on the addition with the brand new kitchen, brand new bedroom and bath upstairs, walk-in closet. Beautiful. I'm just tearing and rambling away. So anyway, we did that. Then we came in, and then she decided to fall asleep. My daughter-in-law says that Chase, my son, he can put her to sleep on the floor. He just has this, there's like probably a twin size pink quilt that was probably my granddaughter's. I don't know. Let's put her in the middle. He said he can lay her on there and just sit on the floor and pat her butt, and she falls asleep on it, and she'll sleep for 2 hours for him. And she said, I take her upstairs, put her in bed, and I just let her go to sleep. I said, does she cry? Because I can't do cry. She goes, if she's really, really tired, she'll just kind of fuss, but by the time I get downstairs, she's asleep already. And then she said, here's the monitor, blah, blah, blah. This would have been cute hanging out of that. Anyway, I'm not going to decorate. The point is how simple is that? But what she did was scraps. And this is nothing new. I'm sure you've all done them. This is flimsy, cheap scrapbook paper. So she folded it back in on itself like this. That's not going to be a very big one. And put washi tape down it. Washi. I got some washi tape right here. I got some washi tape. And then this was see, this is going to be a little one. Actually, this could be 2. It's using scraps. So we're going to put some washi tape down that. Do we want this pretty stuff? Why not? Oops, I better cut it and then do it. So I'm all ready to go. I got my socks on. I got my shoes by my recliner so I can sit down and put them on. I've got my stuff in the car. Bring my rags in after I clean a house and wash them up. Let's do this one. I put them in a bag and I walked it out to the car already. So there's our center. This is what she did. But you know what? I think it'd be cute on the outside as well. I like it on the outside personally. So that's what we're going to do. She had it on the inside. So these are going to be just tall skinnies, obviously. Crooked tall skinnies. So you could just craft along, grab your scrap bucket. So I suppose I should have set a timer, but we didn't do that. Because I already know in my head I don't have that long. So last night, the house I'm cleaning, her mother has been my client for quite a while. And she texted and said, do you have any openings on Friday? This is doubled. So I'm going to just fold it tall and skinny. And cut it. And I said, I'm doing her daughter's Haley. I said, I'm doing Haley tomorrow. And she said, oh, I said, I can get you in. It's not a problem because I have help. Normally, I have help with Haley. Normally, Lisa's been going. Sometimes, well, before Lisa was here for the summer, my daughter-in-law would help. I'd say I need help Wednesday or whatever. And let's do these different sizes. They don't have to match. That worked. Let's do one more. So anyway, she said, are you sure it won't be too much? I said, no, I have help, so it's half the time of my labor. Instead of it taking, her house takes about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm only working an hour of it, you know what I mean? So it's a piece of cake. It's really not that bad. I've done her house for so long, I know it by heart. This is the one where I stayed with the little doggy, who is now R.I.P. Sweet Duke. So I know that house. When I walk in, it's like walking in my own house. Let's do this one from the outside. And I'm guessing. My awl is not at my desk, so don't need to be that precise. It's a junk journal. It's going to go in a pocket. Got to make it somewhat even, but I am doing double strings. I'll go through there, come out the other side. Oops, I caught the thread. Don't want to do that. Oops, I can't see. So after these 2 houses, what are you going to do, Linda? I'm going to come home and I'm going to get this craft desk. Get my light thing. I forgot to order the light thing. I did send the link to Corky. She wanted it. My son has 2. I'm going to put that away. I'm not going to do any more. He has the light bars. It comes a set of 2 for $16. And I think he must have bought 2 sets because he's got them under at least 4 sections of his cupboards. He's got one under every section. And I found a set for 9, 8 something 9, 3 7-inch ones. So they would be little. That's what I put in my cart. I don't know. I might rethink it. But my area is small. So see how easy that was? I could add a bead. I don't have any beads here. I would. Easy, guys. I just made 3 for nothing. But this is what I'm going to do with these. And then I can offer them available for cheap. You know, maybe even a pack of 3 for something. That's what I'm going to do. And then the work's done. Maybe I'll decorate some vintage ads. That would be cute. Let's see. Oh my gosh, what a mess. You just put things behind you and don't see what's going on. What's this? New ways. That's something else. Okay, so see, you could just do a little shoe ad like this. Let's leave that torn. Let's go across here. Let's tear it so we don't get this other heel in there. That's what we'll do. We'll tear it. It's an old torn ad. There we go. See, we could just pop a cute ad right in there somewhere. Let's do that. Alrighty. Oh, that would have been cute. Oh, dang. I need to get my catalogs out. I think it's 1924 maybe, Montgomery Ward. Let's put that on the inside. Let's put it right here. That's cute. There, we've got a cute ad. See, I could go through and do that. That would be, should we make this all about shoes? No. So, guys, that's all I have. I just was going to do some little quick thing. Corey Dahman. Hashtag JJ 10 Minute Makes. She's doing those right now. I've watched several of them, but It's a cute idea, isn't it? Just to sit and just to put these in. Actually, how about I finish this one for this journal? Why not? Why not? Let's just plan that for this. Okay, that is all I have so that I can get my head around going to work. My big thing is I hope they have their air conditioning on. That's my big thing. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to make a sideways tuck and put this in. Maybe I'll put a band here and have it go like this. That's what I'll do. I love this beautiful lace. You know, something like that maybe. But sometimes lace is hard to get things in and out of, so we'll do something with an old ad maybe. All right, that's it, guys. Hope you have a good Thursday. Oh, it's Friday. Oh, yay, Friday. Did I just say that? And it's also Red Friday, which is Remember Everyone Deployed. My daughter is, I used to be really big on that, and I had red t-shirts that said that. My daughter has picked it up, and she's been running with it. She wears it every Friday, something red, or a scarf, a red, white, and blue scarf. I guess she did it the whole time she was at her bank, too. She works for the government now, and she just wears USDA shirts or whatever she wears. But I sent her money through Venmo the other day, and they have, this company has those rubber bracelets, and I think they're $3 something a piece. I sent her enough to buy 3. And I said, I'm going to buy these for you, your husband, and her daughter that's 12. I said, and so my daughter's brother-in-law just left for Iraq a month ago. He was on that big deployment. And he's the head of logistics or something out of the Fort Dodge, Iowa. So they're in Iraq. They went to Kuwait, and now they're in Iraq. Anyway, I said, and his wife, and they have 2 boys. So I said, I'm going to buy 3 for you. You buy 3 for Kaylin. Let's just keep paying it forward. And then she's going to get some for her in-laws. But I'll get my own on my own. I just wanted to send her money to do that through Venmo. And she said, I think she's going to get 10. So I paid for 3 of them for them. And that's it. So I don't know what brought that up. It's Red Friday. That's what brought that up. Remember, everyone deployed. We have quite a few deployed anymore right now. I think a whole unit went out of Carroll, Iowa. A bunch, they went from a lot. I mean, there's no war, but they're still gone from their home. I think they're going to be, I think it's 8 months they're going to be gone. Okay, guys. And also we have military all over the world, missing their families. So take care, guys. Have a great weekend. If I don't get back, bye-bye.